over here and see who's looking in my window. It's the baker boy, and look, he's got a cannoli in his hand. If you marry the baker boy, he will come and he will go, and he will always mix the flour in the pan. If you marry the baker boy, he'll have the cannoli in his hand. Oh, mama, la 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 la. Oh, mama, la 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 la.
What's up, everyone? This is Matt Parks from Table 22. Really excited to be here with you guys at Terra Health and Wellness. I'm looking forward to going on this adventure with you guys. Look forward to learning from you, and hopefully you guys can learn some things from me. Today we're going to be doing a pesto and shrimp pasta. Perfect summertime dish, nice and light. We're going to do it a little bit different. Pesto is traditionally done with pine nuts and basil. Today we're going to be using parsley. You guys are more than welcome to substitute any herb, anything like that you need to, whatever your flavor preference is. All right, so today the pasta we're going to use is a rigatoni. Just like with the pesto, you guys are welcome to use whatever your favorite cut is, whatever you might have on hand in your local pantry. So first thing we're going to do after we bring the water to a boil is we're going to salt the water pretty heavily. You want it about as salty as the ocean because pasta has no flavor. So while that's going, we're going to work on our pesto. And you're just going to cook the pasta to whatever the box tells you to cook it to. So you're going to take about half a cup to a cup of parsley, a couple tablespoons of toasted pine nuts or whatever toasted nut you prefer, a little bit of salt, some pepper, about a half cup of cheese, and a couple cloves of garlic. All right, now that we got that all in there, we're going to start pulsing it. You don't want to blend it because you want it to still have some sort of texture. And while we do that, we're going to slowly drizzle in some oil. I prefer grapeseed over olive oil. I find when you blend olive oil, it starts to get bitter. As you slowly do this, it starts to form a sauce. The oil gets emulsified with everything in there, and it comes out beautifully. All right, so now that our pesto's done, we don't want to forget about our pasta. But while the pasta finishes cooking, we can start prepping out everything for the shrimp. So I got a white onion. We're only going to use half today. So what we're going to do is called a julienne. You guys don't have to do a julienne. You can do thin slices. You can dice it, whatever you're most comfortable with. So there's that. We've got some fennel. Now fennel, you can do this a couple of different ways. I don't know what you guys have at home, but I have a mandolin. If you have one of these, I recommend it. Fennel is really, really tasty. It is very fibrous though, so you want to make sure you get this as thin as possible. And just take it and just right across the top. If you guys do buy one of these, you're more than welcome to use a hand guard. I have cut my finger bad twice, and it's not fun. So there you go. Nice thinly shaved fennel. Got some cherry tomatoes, some heirloom tomatoes. We're just gonna half these. This is perfect if you guys have a garden at home. You can just go out and grab tomatoes off the vine. This is a nice light dish. We're using shrimp today. You guys, if you don't like shrimp or you're allergic for whatever reason, it goes great with chicken as well. All right, so we're gonna go back to our pasta. We're basically ready to start cooking our pasta. It's not done yet, so we'll wait for that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our pesto, and we're gonna infuse it with some of this full spectrum beehive bud CBD 750 milligram oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 teaspoons of this oil and we're going to add it to our pesto. We're not going to do a whole lot of cooking. You'll notice when we get there, the pesto is going to go in last for 2 reasons. One, it's going to help keep it green. The other reason is because the longer you heat up the oil, the more it'll evaporate and you won't get any of the effects. So 4 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon, which is what I just put in. And there we go. And we're just gonna fold that in there. There it is, CBD pesto. All right, pasta's done. So real quick, guys, when you guys do your pasta, I know a lot of people like to put oil in, says it helps to not boil over. Just do it over like medium-high heat. Oil is just going to cause the sauce to just run off. You don't want that. So what I did, we dumped the pasta. We're just going to let it kind of air cool for a minute while we cook everything else. Pasta that you're not going to use immediately, I would toss with oil. Otherwise, it's a giant clump. But if you're going to be using it right after you cook it, don't oil it. Let the sauce do its magic. All right, guys, so make sure your pan heats up. You don't need a whole lot of oil. A little bit goes a long way, just enough to kind of cut the bottom of your pan. We're going to start with the onions. So that half an onion that we cut up earlier. Throw that in there, get that cooking. So a lot of sauteing is about building layers of flavor. So make sure you season along the way. It also helps bring out the natural moisture in the onions. So we hit it with a little kosher salt, a little black pepper, some chili flake for heat. All right, now we're gonna add our fennel. The other nice thing about how we are preparing this dish is everything's cut thin, so it's going to cook super quick. So while that cooks, we're going to zest some lemon. If you guys don't have a microwave plane, just use the juice. Now for the star of our show, the shrimp. For this, we're using 4150 shrimp. If you guys don't know what that means, 4150 just refers to how many shrimp you're getting per pound. 4150s, as you can tell, pretty small. 1620s are nice, big, juicy ones, but whatever you guys feel.
Sounds good, baby.
All right, so this is cooked for a little bit. Shrimp's starting to get pink. What we're gonna do is make sure we get everything off the bottom of the pan. We're gonna deglaze. You can do this with anything acidic, whether it's just lemon juice from the lemon you zested. White wine is what we used here, or you know, if you don't have anything, maybe just a little bit of water. Get all the delicious stuff off the bottom of the pan. It's also going to help kind of steam your shrimp and get you cooking through it a little faster. All right, so now that the wine is reduced, or whatever you deglazed shrimp is cooked, we're going to add our pasta. If you guys have extra pasta in your fridge, just start from cold. This will heat it up just fine. Add our tomatoes. And our CBD pesto. The other nice thing about this dish is whatever you have left over, you can eat cold, almost like a nice pesto pasta salad. Now that our pesto's done, we can put it, or our pasta, slap it on a plate. We're going to garnish a little. Got some Parmesan cheese, some of the toasted pine nuts that we just chopped up real quick, and what's pasta without basil? Take some of that lemon we zested so we don't waste it. A little serving bit on the side, in case you want more lemon. And there we go. So that was quick, it was easy. I encourage you guys to leave any comments, questions, concerns that you might have down below the video. and I would be more than happy to get back in touch with you guys. Also, if there's any suggestions that you have, anything you want to see me play with, let me know and we'll make it happen. Thank you.